Mom, the wedding reception is at the Central Hotel, right? It seems like no one has arrived yet. And when I asked the hotel staff, they said there's no wedding scheduled today.
Mom, are you referring to me by any chance?
Oh, sorry for suddenly calling you Mom, but Dad married you and you're officially my stepmom now. I'm thinking of calling you Mom from now on.
Ew, please don't.
Excuse me?
Being called Mom by a stranger feels weird. And seriously, you weren't even invited to the wedding. It's hilarious that you're so eager to come, though.
What do you mean, a stranger? We've just officially become a family, right?
Stop that. Calling us a family? I feel sick.
But you're married to my dad now, so that makes you my stepmom, right? And maybe it was a bit sudden for me to call you Mom, but denying that we're a family is a bit much.
Oh, shush. Those titles don't matter at all. To me, you're just a stranger. That's why I lied about the location to you.
What?
While you were in the bathroom, the whole family moved to the real venue. You're at the Central Hotel, right?
Yeah. You said the reception will be here.
You got tricked. How silly.
Tricked? Why would you do that? I'm heading there now, so can you tell me the location?
No way, I'm telling you.
But it's weird for a daughter not to show up at the wedding. I hope someone notices and lets me know.
No one's going to care if you're here or not. I told your dad and all the relatives that you had something else to do.
Jeez, going that far?
Plus, you're not part of our family.
Excuse me? What do you mean by that? I don't have a blood relation with you, but I'm my dad's daughter by blood.
Not being related by blood makes us strangers. Since you're not a family, get out of our house.
What?
We're going on our honeymoon tonight, so you better be gone before we come back.
Are you kicking me out of the house?
Well, obviously. The house where you used to live with your dad, we've decided to use it just for me and him. You, who have no blood relation, gotta go.
You've suddenly become a different person. I thought things were going to be okay for us.
For the past 6 months, I've been incredibly patient. Your dad said he wouldn't remarry unless you agreed. I was desperate to get on your good side, but we've already tied the knot and finished the ceremony. Now, you're a nuisance. Get it?
That's how it was. So were you just acting all this time?
You're just a stranger now. No need for me to bother anymore.
You're gloating, but do you really think it's okay to kick me out like this?
Of course. It's decided by me. That house is mine now. Once I married your dad and became his wife, I have a say in who lives there.
What do you think Dad will say? Did you discuss it with him?
It's fine. He's my husband now. He won't go against me. I'll have him wrapped around my finger.
Yeah, well, he might just be like that. He's an optimist who avoids trouble, you know.
Oh, you get it. That's why he won't divorce me. You've graduated high school, so learn to be independent. Pay through your college yourself.
I've been quite independent, you know.
Oh, whatever. You're just blowing smoke. In reality, you're leeching off your dad, you parasite. Stop relying on him forever. His money is mine now. I have priority over you. You've been living off him and getting spoiled, being just the two of you. But it's a big mistake to think you can have it all to yourself. Learn the harshness of the real world from now on.
What are you talking about? I think it's you who's a parasite. I've never thought about leeching off him or making his money mine. You're the one who's immature and doesn't seem to understand the harshness of the world.
See, that's what I mean by getting carried away. You're such a brat, going against someone older.
You just want to hog this mansion all to yourself, don't you?
Could be. At least, things are going to be a lot more fun around here once you're gone.
I get it now. That was your goal, huh?
Of course. I've got the mansion now, so you're out of here. No longer needed. I've taken care of you until now. Be grateful.
Only been half a year. I was cooking for you all this while.
Well, I'm hiring a new helper, so it's all good. I want this fancy house to be my castle without you around. Your dad's usually out working, so having a huge place all to myself is awesome, you know. I'll toss your stuff as soon as we're back from the honeymoon. If you don't want that, you better leave tonight.
Wow, you're really going that far. So, you're serious about kicking me out. Did you check with Dad about this?
Post-approval would do. Just get out, okay? If you're gone, he'll have no choice but to accept. You're 18, right? An adult stepchild is nothing but a nuisance. Be independent already. Parasite, out!
I think I'm more independent than you think, you know. I wonder which one of us the real parasite is.
It's obviously you. Shut up, you useless trash that can only be a nuisance.
I didn't expect you to go that far. You were thinking of me as trash or a nuisance all this time we were living together.
Hell yeah. Even though it was to secure my marriage with your dad, being with you was seriously irritating. Now that I'm the official wife, I'm finally liberated from stress and feel amazing.
Oh, I see. I was excited when Dad decided to marry you. I thought we could become closer as a family. That's why I wanted to call you Mom once it became official. I feel stupid for thinking such a frivolous thing.
See? You're an idiot. A daughter who isn't blood related is just a plain nuisance. It's common sense, but you just don't get it. Instead, you're dreaming away all carefree. That's seriously nuts.
Okay, understood.
Then disappear right away. An unrelated stranger, get out. The house is only for us family members now. Don't show your face around here again.
Got it. I'm done. I'll leave tonight as you wish. I won't attend the reception, but head home and sort out my stuff.
Should have done that from the start. I'm feeling fantastic, finally. Now we can cut down on living expenses.
But let me just say one last thing.
Go ahead.
Don't come crying to me.
What? Are you kidding me? That's my line, you know. Bye-bye, nuisance. Your CEO dad's mine now. Remember that you are a stranger to us.
Sure. Thanks for everything.
Rachel, I want to ask you something, sweetheart.
Yeah? Who's this?
It's me, Holly, your mom.
My mom passed away, and her name wasn't Holly. You got the wrong person.
I married your dad 10 years ago. I'm your stepmom, sweetie.
So basically you're a stranger. Could you not get all familiar and call me sweetie?
Then, Rachel, anyway, I need to ask you something.
What is it?
Don't play dumb. What's going on? You've been in the news.
Oh yeah, it aired today, didn't it? Totally slipped my mind.
Seriously, what's going on?
If you saw the news, you already know, right? Exactly what you saw, but it's none of your business.
Not only that, your dad says something odd to me. Our monthly expenses have been falling short. He's been dipping into savings, but finally they ran out. We can't cover this month's expenses. When I asked why, he said it was because I kicked you out. What does he mean?
You're asking this now? I mean, if you put 2 and 2 together, you'd probably figure it out already.
Just tell me.
In short, I've been supporting both of you for the past 10 years.
What?
You know his personality, right? He took over the company from my grandfather, but he lacks the skills. He's overly optimistic and thinks everything will fall into place on its own, but it doesn't.
Really? But he's the CEO.
Even so, if run by someone like that, the business won't grow at all. It hasn't been performing well, and employees have been leaving in droves. It's a miracle it lasted this long since then. I gave it 3 years.
OMG, I had no idea. More importantly, you started a company when you were in university, right? You're the CEO of a multi-million-dollar business now. Not only that, you were apparently famous even in high school. You inherited your mom's intelligence and were a genius high schooler who won math Olympiads and prestigious awards, right?
Sure.
You never mentioned it. Why didn't you tell me?
There was no need. And besides, you never asked, did you? We were just friendly on the surface. Neither of us delved into deep conversations.
You were making a ton of money even back then. Isn't it all thanks to your dad?
Not at all. After Mom passed away, I made a point to study and thrive on my own. He was pretty hopeless, so I supported him.
What? You supported him?
Using the money I made from my part-time job, I invested in Forex and made big profits. I even used it up to help his company. But when the backing disappeared, and it was just him and you, it's no wonder you couldn't sustain yourselves. You misunderstood, thinking he was a wealthy CEO and squandered money like water. As for him, he's full of pride. He couldn't come clean about not making his own living, and not only that, about his debt.
Debt?
Yup. He's just living off appearances and is drowning in debt. He can barely use his salary freely. He acted all generous in front of you and spent borrowed money lavishly. And now, here you are. There's nothing I can do about it.
OMG.
He silenced me from telling you that I was providing for the family. I planned to tell the truth once you guys were officially married and we bonded as a family. But it's been 10 years since I was kicked out. It's a good opportunity to completely cut ties now.
What do you mean?
Remember what you said at your wedding? A non-blood related daughter is just a nuisance. A nuisance should just pack up and leave. I did exactly as you said. And for the past 10 years, I've invested my own money into building my success through entrepreneurship. I plan on continuing this lifestyle. So even if you come to me crying for help now, it's useless, you know.
Oh, don't say that. You're making millions, right? Then our living expenses are just peanuts for you. You can at least share a bit with your parents, you know.
I don't have parents.
Come on, you know better. Even if you refuse to recognize your stepmom, your real dad's in trouble.
I consider my only real parent to be my deceased mother. My dad had this attitude as if it was my responsibility to support the company and family. He was way too optimistic, and his sense of money and lifestyle were completely in shambles. When I was kicked out by you, he didn't stand up for me at all. He's not someone I can respect as a parent or even as a human being, so I won't be providing any financial support to him in the future. You have to figure out your own livelihood.
Fine, but then at least help us with the house repairs.
Why?
It's your family home. You know, it was inherited from your grandpa and it's falling apart. We've been told it's becoming dangerous to live in without repairs. It's also the house where you spent your childhood, so you must have some feelings, don't you? So cough up the money.
That too, remember what you told me?
What?
You said that house was already yours. Whether that's objectively correct or not, I have no attachment to it anymore. Well, if I may offer a piece of advice, it'd be better to sell it before it becomes inhabitable. Considering it's an old house, repairs might cost a fortune.
What? Sell it? What are you saying? Where would we live then?
That's no longer my concern. I'm just a stranger to you, you know. Even if you get a part-time job, all your earnings will go into just paying for utilities and maintenance for that house.
Are you serious? Wait, I won't get a part-time job. I want to be a full-time homemaker and then enjoy my life.
Oh, I see. Then sort it out with my moronic dad. I won't offer any assistance. After all, it was you who kicked me out, so there.
Okay, fine. I'll apologize for what happened 10 years ago. That's better, right? So come back.
Excuse me?
We'll make up, okay? Come back here and let's live together.
What, are you crazy? That's a joke, right?
Joke? What do you mean? I'm dead serious, you know.
Well, let me be serious too then. There's no way I'm coming back and living with you guys.
Why not?
You told me to get lost like I was some total stranger. You even demanded I leave on the same day. It was incredibly tough, you know. Sure, I was making money through Forex trading, but as an 18-year-old college student without any parental support, it was extremely challenging. I pushed myself hard, thinking if it meant cutting ties for good. For 10 years, you never reached out once, but now you found out I was successful in my job, and you come crawling back, demanding I pay for living expenses and house maintenance. It's nothing but a joke. Ha! I have no intention of returning ever again.
Hold on, you're being unreasonable. We're a family, right? I apologize for the way I spoke to you. Can't we just move on?
Nope, we can't. Your apology doesn't change what you did. I don't consider you family anymore. And I want to sever ties with Dad too.
If you're Dad, don't say that. We're your parents after all. If we keep going like this, we'll drown. Please help us.
Geez, don't try to play the family card now. It's too late for a stepmother who despaired her stepchild to change the color. Seeking help now is pointless, you know.
Come on, let's start over and be a true family this time. We were getting along fine, weren't we?
Only on the surface. Have you finally realized that you've been strangling yourself? From now on, I wish you guys the best of luck in your impoverished lives. I'm going to keep growing and thriving. Enjoy watching me succeed on TV while you stew in regret. Holly and Dad kept asking for financial support. I ended up blocking them. Then, a few weeks later, news broke that he embezzled money from his company. His savings were gone and he couldn't get any more loans, so he ended up dipping into the company's funds. He was forced to step down as the CEO, and the COO took over. Unfortunately, due to poor business conditions, the company went bankrupt. Dad now not only carries personal debt, but also the company's debts. The house he inherited from his dad was sold off, and Holly and he moved into a rundown apartment. Holly had no choice but to take up a job she so despised. They are now stuck in extreme poverty and a debt nightmare.
Damn, what happened to you? You're so fat. The dress looks like it's about to burst. I feel bad for your dress.
Excuse me? Who is this?
It's me, Henry. Do you remember me? Your ex-husband.
What? Henry? How can you contact me? I blocked you.
Oh, I got a new number.
Jeez.
It's been what? 5 years? I'm surprised to see my ex-wife who I dumped for infertility. It's crazy how you become so fat. Only the face still kinda looks like how it used to be. But I could barely recognize you. Look at you. You're so huge.
Shut up. I'm going to block you again.
Oh, come on, chill. What the hell are you doing here? I don't think a fancy place like this suits you, considering how you look now.
I'm here to attend a wedding.
Oh, really? Actually, I'm here to attend my friend's wedding too.
What? Are we in the same venue?
Yeah, I guess we are attending the same wedding. I never thought I'd meet my ex-wife at a friend's wedding. I'm invited on the groom's side. What about you?
I'm on the bride's side. She's my coworker.
What? You work for Greendale Company now? Wow, that's a surprisingly good company to work for, isn't it? I had an image that Greendale Company had only elite and smart employees. But I didn't realize that even an ugly fat woman like you can work there. Feels like the standard has dropped.
It's none of your business where I work.
What do you mean? I'm your sister's husband now, remember? It's my responsibility to update my wife, who has been estranged and can no longer see her family.
What are you talking about? You betrayed me and cheated on me with my sister. Same as Marina. She stole her own sister's husband. She deserved to be estranged, and I have no sympathy for her. To be honest, talking to you like this makes me sick.
Say whatever you want. I'll make sure to tell my wife how unbelievably fat you've become. I'm sure Marina will burst into laughter. Marina has always been prettier and skinnier than you. Crazy how you've become so fat. I can't believe you are Marina's sister.
You are so insensitive as always. Can you please stop messaging me? I will never forgive you and Marina. It was such a crazy coincidence today, but I really have no business with you and I don't want to talk to you.
Oh, really? You're ugly and fat? And on top of that, you're so snobbish.
Whatever. The reception is starting. Please stop bothering me now.
Okay, my bad. Oh, by the way, I became a father. A long-awaited child that I would never have been able to have if I had stayed married to you. Moreover, it was a boy. My mom was so happy that our first child was a boy. She praised Marina for giving birth to a son, and she can't stop spoiling my son. My mom and Marina are in a really good relationship now. If only you could have had children, you wouldn't have been disliked by my mother, you know? If you can't have kids after 5 years of marriage, of course, she hates you. Well, it was hard back then because we couldn't afford the alimony and all that. But then, luck came a year after the divorce when my father received my grandfather's inheritance. Now, we're actually living a good life with more money than we need. So, what I'm trying to say is, my life is in easy mode now that I'm divorced. Compared to that, look at you. You are fat as hell. Look at your dress. It's too tight. What's with that huge belly? What the hell did you eat to get such a huge belly? I couldn't stop laughing when I saw your belly from the side. Damn, it's so huge. I'm trying really hard not to laugh right now. For real, how can you go out in public looking like that? We can't do anything about your ugly face, but you should at least lose weight. Did you give up to take care of yourself after I dumped you? Seriously, it's really hard to hold my laugh. Hey, why are you not replying? I can see your phone on the table. Pick it up and check my messages. Or you can't say anything back because it's all true. See? This is what I'm talking about. You are so snobbish. Man, you're seriously an unattractive mess both inside and out. It was the right decision to divorce a woman who's evolving into such a damn fat monster. Seriously, Marina is completely different from you. Hey, Chloe. You're so close to the guy sitting next to you. Are you flirting with him? I mean, do you even know who that guy is? He's the president of a company, and I heard his business is growing rapidly. Do you think you have a chance with that guy when you look like that? No way. You should lose some weight first. By the way, I've been observing you for a bit. You're eating too much. You're really enjoying those dishes, huh? Have you thought about trying to lose some weight? Oh, looks like we can take pictures with the newlyweds. Well then, know your place and stop bothering the guy next to you. Just keep enjoying the food and get fatter. Hey, tell me why you got so fat. I'm sure my wife would enjoy the backstory about it. Could it be that you binged and ate excessively due to the shock of my divorcing you? I see. So that's why you've gained so much weight. Well, it's a crazy story. I'll tell my wife and kids not to be like you. No man would like a fat woman, you know. I mean, fat people are a real pain in the ass. Aren't you aware that you're wasting space on Earth? Well, I guess you don't realize it. That's why you can keep on being fat.
Seriously? Can you shut your mouth?
Oh, you finally replied. You're such a lazy fatty.
We are in the middle of reception. Why would I be on my phone? I saw your messages just now. What the hell are you talking about? Is all you can do fat shaming? Seriously, it is so low of you to talk like this to me on a happy occasion. Did you come to the wedding to observe people and make fun of them? You forgot what you came here for, didn't you?
It's too funny to see what you became after the divorce. I mean, look at your belly. You got dumped by me and resorted to binge eating? That's why you became miserable, fatty, right?
In this large belly, I carry my child.
What?
You have kids too, right? And you can't tell the difference between pregnancy and obesity? Oh, also, you are right that the guy next to me is the president of a company. Also, he is my current husband.
What? Husband? Child?
Well, I'm leaving soon. I'm avoiding stress for the sake of the baby. That's why I won't be in touch with you anymore. Please leave me alone, okay? Bye.
You are pregnant? How did that happen? You weren't infertile? There's no way you can have a child. I know you are lying. You're just using pregnancy as an excuse for being fat. We got divorced because you were infertile. And now you're telling me you're pregnant with another man? No way, that's impossible. Hey, reply to me. Chloe, listen to me. The child Marina gave birth to, it wasn't mine. Actually, I caught Marina cheating on me. So I had a DNA test done for the child and me. It turns out the child isn't mine. Damn it. Why did this have to happen? Well, now that it's come to this, there's no time to mess around. I confronted Marina with the DNA test result and divorce papers. By the way, I'm still living in the house where I used to be with you, along with my parents. Marina and the kid are also in the house, but I never talk to them. I'm mostly with my parents, you know? So now, I just need to figure out a way to finalize the divorce. And when that happens... No. This is something I should tell you when everything is done, and I feel fine. Please, wait for me. Chloe, I did it. I got divorced from Marina. I got alimony too. Well, she doesn't have much money, so it's just a tiny amount, but still. Even so, I emptied out what little savings she had. It feels so good. Hey, with this money, let's go on a second honeymoon. And this time, let's have a honeymoon baby.
Stop it, it's creepy.
Huh?
I was planning to ignore you, but I decided to respond since it might encourage you to be more persistent. First of all, my husband is right next to me, so you should know that he's also reading your messages.
What? Husband?
You saw him at the wedding 4 months ago, remember? He was sitting next to me, the president of a company.
What? How? Don't tell me you're going to leave me for that guy. No, I won't let you do that. You're going to marry me again. I know you still love me, right?
No way. Since it seems like your idiotic brain can't remember, I'll say it again. I'm already remarried. Moreover, I'm currently pregnant with my husband's child. So why are you assuming we'll get back together?
Don't you think it's fate?
What are you talking about?
We met again at a wedding. That's when I found out that you weren't actually infertile. And then, I found out Marina was cheating on me. Plus, I found out I wasn't the father of the child. The universe is telling us to get back together. So, we should be married again.
Hey, can I ask you one thing?
What is it?
You haven't considered the possibility of being infertile yourself?
What? Me? Why would I be infertile? Infertility is only a problem for women, right?
What? Are you seriously saying that?
Of course I am. The problem of not having children always lies with the woman. It's not possible for me, a man, to be infertile.
I didn't know you were this much of an idiot. Why don't you go look it up on the internet right now? See if there are any cases of infertility in men.
What? This can't be true. There are cases where the man is the cause, so I'm the one.
I'm not 100% sure, but during the 5 years that I was married to you, we were unable to have children. Even after I divorced you and Marina got married immediately, she didn't get pregnant for 5 years. In other words, 10 years in total. I think it's obvious.
That's true, but... What? No way.
This is just my opinion, so if you want to know for sure, you should get yourself tested or something.
Oh no.
Anyway, I have absolutely no intention of starting over with you.
What? Oh, I got it. You're mad that I called you fat, right?
What?
I'm sorry about that. I didn't know you had a body capable of bearing children. If I knew, I wouldn't have thought you were fat. I only said that because I didn't know. I didn't mean to make you angry.
Yes, I got mad when you insulted my body, but I don't really care about that now. Your ignorance and insensitivity disgust me. I would never remarry a childish man like you.
How about I will be a better man after we get married? You know, they say a man never forgets his boyhood heart, right? That kind of man is more attractive. I know you feel that way too.
No way. You are so pathetic, do you know that? In the first place, I'm already remarried and pregnant with my current husband's child. I can't help but wonder how you got the idea that we could get back together.
That's because I found out you were fertile. I want you to bear my child.
Are you serious? Did you read what I said? I'm pregnant with my current husband.
But after the baby is born, you can get a divorce and just give the kid's custody to the father. That's in the way.
What did you say?
It's a good idea, right? That way we can start a relationship over from scratch. Let's do it.
I can't believe you. I don't think an insane person like you should have kids.
Huh? Why not? The child you're carrying now is unwanted, right? I know you accidentally got pregnant while you are still in love with me. You got dumped by me and had no chance but to remarry that guy, right? You don't have to put up with that anymore. Let's get back together and be happy. Right, Chloe? Please, reply to me.
Jesus.
I'm serious. Come on. Let's start over.
I can't believe I was married to a guy like you. It was a huge mistake in my life. I feel disgusted just texting with you. Don't contact me ever again. Bye. After that, I blocked his number. Talking to my incredibly insensitive ex-husband just makes me feel sick, and I don't want it to affect the child in my belly. From then on, I decided to leave all dealings to my husband. I know my sister, who divorced my ex-husband, will contact me at some point. As expected, I received a message from my parents that my sister is asking for help in raising the child. It seems my sister thought she could rely on us financially because my husband is the president of a company. But my husband took a strong stand and turned my parents and my sister away. A few months later, I safely gave birth to a healthy baby boy. After that, we moved to a new, peaceful environment. I heard that while I was focusing on childcare, it seemed my ex-husband had resigned from his job. After divorcing my sister and realizing he might be infertile, he apparently became mentally unstable. Struggling to secure a new job, he turned to overeating and excessive drinking as coping mechanisms. Consequently, he gained a significant amount of weight. Now he leads a life filled with misery.
Hi, Melissa. How's it going? Have you finished work already?
Hey, Stacy. I'm still at it. What's up? If it's not urgent, can it wait?
Oh, you're so pathetic.
Excuse me?
Always grinding away at work, you know. You're a workaholic.
None of your business. I work because I want to, you know. If you just want to make fun of me, I'm out.
Chill, don't get all uptight. I want to ask you a serious favor today. Can you spare a minute to hear me out?
What is it?
I need to borrow your yard this Sunday. Just for a day, please. Pretty please.
Wait, what? Why the yard?
I'm planning a barbecue with my mommy friends.
Barbecue?
Your yard is huge, so it's perfect, you know. And it's a safe neighborhood, so we can let the kids have a blast playing around. So, can we borrow it for a day?
Sorry, no.
What? Why not?
I don't feel like explaining, but the yard's off limits.
You're so lame.
I don't care what you say.
It's just for a bit.
Then let me ask you, why specifically my yard? There are plenty of parks or open spaces where you can have a barbecue freely, right?
Sure, there are lots of options, but it's a hassle to go far, you know. Most places with amenities cost money too. Your place is nearby and free to use with a fridge and water.
I see. You want to use it because it's close and free. Then why not ask another friend with a yard? Don't you have a bunch of friends?
None of them has a big yard like yours. I'm in a rented apartment, so no place for barbecues. Please, just this once, let us use it.
You're always so pushy. Because of you, I've been through a lot. The yard's off limits, no exceptions.
Huh? Did I do something wrong?
I don't let you say you don't remember. Just the other day, you brought your kids over to my place. You let them make a mess of my curtains and furniture, and you didn't even bother to stop them. Remember?
Oh, that? Kids will be kids. No need to sweat the small stuff.
They are already 6 and 4 years old. You should teach them right from wrong, you know.
You don't have kids, so you don't understand the struggles of parenting.
Chris came by to apologize the next day. He looked ashamed, you know.
He's overreacting as usual. I didn't mean to cause that much trouble.
So, I can't allow ill-behaved kids to run wild in my yard. I have a vegetable garden there. I don't want the veggies I've grown with care to get ruined.
It's just veggies. And having a hobby like gardening sounds so old. It's hilarious.
Anyway, my yard's off limits. Try somewhere else.
That's why you're still single, you know.
Huh?
You're almost 40, right? You're not even married yet and living in a big house alone. You might boast around being a successful career woman and how much you're making. But that's not attractive at all as a woman.
Oh, I see. I really don't care what you think of me.
You're so cold. You lend your yard to others.
Excuse me?
I know about it. You invite friends over and have parties there, don't you? Why lend it to them but not to me?
Well, I invite work-related people over sometimes. That's not the same as lending the yard for a party.
It's basically the same if you're inviting someone over. Oh, I get it. You're jealous of me, aren't you?
Huh?
You're envious because I'm married and have kids. You act out of jealousy, right? It's your fault for not getting married. Yet you're taking it out on me. It's embarrassing.
Stacy, I need to go now.
Oh?
Doesn't sound like a serious topic. So I better get back to work now.
Hold on a sec. You lent me the yard, right?
I already said no.
Oh, come on. I've already messaged all my mommy friends to gather at your place.
Without my permission? No means no. You better tell them.
Then you find another place for us.
Why me?
Since you're being unreasonable, it's only fair for you to arrange an alternative place, right? Of course, you'll foot the bill for rent.
You're crazy. Why do I have to sort out your barbecue plans?
We're family, you know. Are you okay to disappoint your niece and nephew by canceling the barbecue?
I don't have time to entertain you. I'm out.
Wait up, Melissa! Jeez, you're such a heartless woman. We're supposed to be family. Don't think you have a say in this. I'm definitely gonna have a barbecue in that fantastic yard one way or another. Hey, Melissa, about the yard.
Nope, can't do it.
Darn it, I haven't even said anything yet.
You're gonna ask to use the yard again, right?
There's just nowhere else we can have a barbecue. We won't make a mess, I promise, so let us use it.
I said no.
Seriously? You're so stubborn.
Is that all? I'm busy, so bye.
Wait! I didn't just message you about the yard this time.
What now?
I have this great idea.
Get to the point.
You're employed at the same company as Chris, right?
Employed? Yeah, I guess so.
It's kind of rare for siblings to work at the same place, don't you think?
Maybe.
If you don't listen to me, your position at work might get jeopardized, you know?
How?
You still don't get it! What if Chris spreads bad rumors about you? That you're the kind of person who's jealous of her sister-in-law and bullies her. Would it be okay for you to be known as an abusive person?
I don't recall ever being jealous or mean to you. And I can't imagine Chris bad-mouthing me in the first place.
You'll never know, right? He's completely enamored with me and listens to everything I say. So, if I cry and complain, he'll do anything. Then your reputation at work might tank. Despite you trying to be a career woman, you might not even be able to get ahead in your career.
Oh, really? Do whatever you want.
Are you sure about that? It might be better for you to lend the yard before you regret it later, don't you think? Bad rumors spread fast, you know. Not my fault if you cried later.
Do you really think you can scare me with that? I doubt Chris would take your side. And I won't lend you the yard no matter what you say.
I'm dead serious. If you won't cooperate, I'll ask him to insure if the CEO hears about your bad rumors.
Sure thing. Go ahead and try.
Why are you so confident? Never mind. You're really gonna regret this, you know. Hi, Melissa. Chris told me that you've been away on a business trip since yesterday. Your place is empty all day today, right? So, basically, it means you've come around to the idea of lending me the yard. Even though you seem strict, you're actually kind to your family. I love that about you. Or maybe you didn't want bad rumors floating around at work. Unlike me, work is everything to a single woman, right? So, I'm gonna borrow your yard now and have a barbecue with my mommy friends. Workaholic is probably still at work right now, huh? Even on a Sunday, hats off to your dedication. We are having a barbecue at your place right now. Such a bummer you're not here. If you just agreed to lend it while you were at home, I would have shared a piece of meat with you. Oh well, too late now. By the way, we helped ourselves to a bunch of veggies from your garden. Fresh harvest tastes amazing. Having a barbecue using someone else's ingredients is the best. Oh, the kids made a bit of a mess. But they're still little, so you'll forgive them, right? And also, when you get back from your trip, can you pay $3,000? I realized we needed more meat, so I went to the local butcher and got some premium meat. Also, ordered some pizzas for delivery and got some drinks and snacks. It all added up to $3,000. I'm sorry you have to pay for something you didn't even have a bite of. Since this is your place, you should cover the expenses, you know. Well, you live in such a big house. $3,000 is nothing, right? I covered it with my credit card for now, so you better pay me back later. Okay, back to grilling more meat. Stacy? Oh, Melissa, what's up?
Are you serious? Having a barbecue at my house?
Of course, we are all having a blast right now. Too bad you couldn't join us.
Unbelievable! Using my house without my permission.
But you left your house empty, so it's like giving us permission to use it, right?
I've told you a gazillion times no, right? How did you even get inside?
How? Just enter through the gate normally.
It was locked.
Well, I kinda had to break it, but you know, no big deal.
You broke it?
Come on, it's not a big deal. You provided the space but locked it up. It's your fault, isn't it?
I didn't offer you anything. I've said no every time you've asked.
Oh, here we go again. You didn't want bad rumors at work, right? That's why you let us use it.
That too. I've told you I don't remember doing anything bad.
Oh, it's almost time to wrap up. You better pay back the $3,000 I covered by tomorrow.
I will not.
And also, you'll have to do all the cleanup once you get back.
What?
The kids are getting tired and cranky now. We have to leave soon. We don't have time to clean up.
You're seriously unbelievable.
Sorry, we made quite a mess. We are leaving the rest to you. Make sure to clean the grill too, okay?
Listen, Stacy.
What now?
Do you even know whose yard you're having this barbecue in?
Huh? Whose yard? It's yours. We are family, so it's all good, right?
Yes, Chris and I are family indeed. But that's not just it, you know.
Yeah, I get it. You guys are also co-workers. So what?
Jeez, haven't you heard anything from him?
What do you mean? Why all the mystery?
Don't you know that's actually the house of the CEO?
Huh? CEO?
Yeah.
I don't get it. This is your house, not the CEO's.
Which means the CEO is actually me.
What?
If you don't believe me, ask Chris. Or check the company website. You'll see it's true in a second.
No way! That can't be true. You're the CEO of Chris's company?
This is weird. Seriously? You don't know anything? I thought he explained everything to you.
Oh, maybe. He said things weren't going well with job hunting when he was about to graduate from university. So he ended up getting employed by a company run by a family member.
Well, that company is mine. Looks like you weren't really paying attention.
I mean, it's unbelievable that you're the CEO. I just thought you are a regular colleague.
Unfortunately, we are not just colleagues. I'm the employer and he's the employee.
Oh my God!
I'll be heading back there tonight.
Okay.
According to the neighbor who called me, it seems like you've been causing quite a ruckus in the neighborhood.
Because a lot of kids are here, so it might get a little noisy, you know.
But it wasn't just the kids. The adults were quite loud too, drinking and making a scene. Singing and screaming. You messed up my garden and threw trash into the pond. Heard it was quite chaotic.
What? Well, you see, Melissa, could you not mention this to Chris?
Huh? You didn't tell him about having a barbecue at my place?
If I did, he would have nagged about causing trouble for you.
So, all that talk about spreading rumors about me through him was just a bluff.
I thought if I scared you, you'd listen to me.
Wow, I'll have to tell Chris everything.
Wait, please!
Then, can you come up with compensation for the damaged yard? You're a housewife with no income, right? So, he would be responsible for the money.
But wait! I mean, I'll figure it out somehow.
Given the landscaping that needs redoing, it's probably impossible for you to compensate on your own. I'll assess the situation and let you know the total cost. By the way, I think it's about time.
What? I hear a police siren.
It seems like the neighbor reported you.
For what? We were just having a fun barbecue.
She knows I wouldn't make that much noise to bother everyone around there. She got home about an hour ago and noticed I wasn't among the group. She called me right away and found out you were there without my knowledge. Since it was trespassing, she decided to report it. Well, I think you've got a big issue now, huh?
Uh-oh! The cops are right outside the house!
Well then, speak later.
Wait, Melissa! Melissa! Melissa?
Yes, Stacy. I just finished work and I'm about to drive home. I don't want to speak to you, so can you just text me? And make it quick.
What's this invoice?
Invoice?
Yeah, a $20,000 invoice I got from you.
As you can see, it's for the landscaping cost.
$20K for that? That's way too much.
It's not overcharging at all. I think I mentioned it before, but because you messed it up so badly, I have to almost completely redo it.
I can't afford to pay this much, you know.
Then you'll have to get someone else to cover it for you.
I asked Chris, but instead of just agreeing, he asked for a divorce in return.
Well, that's understandable.
Hey, please do something about this. There's no way I can live alone. I've only been a homemaker my whole life. Finding a job now and working is just impossible.
That's not really my concern.
I can't pay $20,000 and I absolutely don't want to be divorced.
Seems like you have no choice but to pay and get divorced, though.
Melissa, please just let this slide. I won't use your yard without your permission ever again. Please persuade Chris to reconsider the divorce.
No way.
Why not?
I'm totally in favor of my brother divorcing a crazy person like you. So, work hard and pay the $20,000, okay?
I'm telling you I can't. Hey, Melissa! We're family! Spare me! Seriously!
My brother filed for a divorce from Stacy. He covered the $20K for the landscaping costs in my yard. But he intends to collect that amount from Stacy herself. As a result of this incident, he seems to reflect on the fact that he had left parenting entirely up to her until now. He now has custody of the children and, with support from her parents, has decided to take responsibility for educating them properly. Stacy, who is now alone, reluctantly started working part-time for her livelihood. However, due to either a lack of skills or perhaps some issues with her personality, she can't hold down a job anywhere for long. I received a message from her the other day asking if I could hire her at my company. I politely declined and then blocked her. As for me, I've started dating a man I've been friendly with through work. We're considering tying the knot in the near future. After getting married, we plan to live at my place. As a CEO, I've lived for the happiness of my employees more than my own. Moving forward, I'm gonna prioritize my private life more.
Lily, can I have a word?
Sam, I just finished and I've just taken out the beer. What's wrong?
Well, have you thought about what we talked about last time?
Is it from the other day?
It's about my mom.
Oh, you mean about moving in together? To be honest, I can't come to a conclusion. I understand that your mother will be lonely being left home alone, but I'm not sure about moving in with her. I can't make up my mind.
That's right. I understand what you're saying. You come from different backgrounds, so it's natural that you struggle to make your decision.
It's not that I don't like your mother or anything.
I know. If my dad were around, I wouldn't have thought about moving in with her either. I would have chosen to live just with you without thinking about it.
Really? I appreciate you thinking that.
I just didn't expect to lose my dad so soon. Sometimes when I look at Mom, she looks so sad. When I think of her living alone for the rest of her life, it makes me sad. I'm her only son, so I thought maybe I should move in with her.
Yeah, I understand. I know how you feel. You are a very responsible person, more than anyone else.
But if you really don't want to, I won't force you. I respect your feelings.
Thank you. If you're willing to say that much, I'll move in with you and your mother. Just like you respect my feelings, I'd like to treasure your feelings too. I can feel your kind heart towards your mother.
Lily, are you sure about this?
Yes, I think I'll be fine because you are with me. And of course, I want to get along with your mother too.
Thank you. I'm sure Mom will be happy too. Are you at work, Lily?
Oh, Susan. I took a day off to clean up the house. We're about to move out soon.
Lily, just because we have a big house doesn't mean you can bring all your trashy stuff here. Please don't do that.
Trashy stuff? That's a bit rude. But I can't throw things away, so this is a good opportunity for me. I will carefully select my belongings and get rid of what I don't need. Thank you for your advice.
I'd really appreciate it if you could do that. By the way, Sam just told me. I heard from him that you've decided where you're going for your honeymoon.
Yes, we have. With the pandemic, we decided to have our honeymoon domestically.
That's great. Just being able to travel is good enough.
We're planning to go to New York.
New York is so nice, isn't it?
It is, isn't it? You can get a taste of history and see the most advanced city in the world. I'm looking forward to do some shopping as well.
I can imagine. I can't stop imagining how exciting New York would be. I've decided to come along with you.
Huh? Are you serious, Susan? You're kidding, right? This is our honeymoon.
I know. Is there a rule that someone else can't join a honeymoon?
No, there is no rule. Isn't a honeymoon generally only for newlyweds?
Generally, right? My husband has already passed away. Let's just make it irregular.
But
what? You're so mean, Lily. Is there some kind of inconvenience if I go?
No, it's not like that, but... Does Sam know about this?
I haven't told him yet, but Sam is a kind boy, so I'm sure he'll agree to it. He only told me the flight time and the hotel you're staying at. I made my reservations as soon as I could. I'm so excited. It's been years since the last time I visited New York.
What? You have already made the arrangements?
Yes, I have. Well, make hay while the sun shines, right? I booked a different room from yours, so you don't have to worry.
Of course, but that's not the point.
I don't like the way you say it. It's as if I'm not allowed to go on vacation.
It's not that you're not allowed to travel. It's our honeymoon. I want to enjoy the trip just with my husband.
You don't have to be that fussy. You're petty, aren't you? Besides, we're going to live together anyway. What difference does it make if we're traveling together or not? Stop whining about it. You're a complainer.
I understand. You have already made the arrangements, right?
Yes, I have. Again, make hay while the sun shines, right?
Well, I don't have a choice.
I don't like the way you say it. I'm fine as long as I can go with you.
Hey, Sam, are you at work right now?
Yeah, I'm at work, but I can still text you.
Good.
What's going on?
I just got texts from your mother and she said she's going on a honeymoon with us.
Huh? Really?
Yeah, and she's already booked the same airline tickets and the same hotel. You gave her all the details?
There's no way I tell her every single one of those things. Where did she get that from?
Your mother said you had told her.
Did I tell her? Oh, come to think of it.
What's wrong?
Last night, Mom was struggling with something on her phone. I looked over and I think she was looking at some kind of a travel site. She asked me about what she should do with the password or is the payment secure. Before that, she must have been looking at my phone without my permission.
What do you mean?
I think she saw my confirmation email.
No kidding.
Sorry, Lily, I was careless. I didn't think Mom would do something like that.
It's not your fault. But what should we do? We can't cancel the trip because it's during this month. There's a cancellation fee.
I know. Lily, can my mom accompany us this time?
Huh? It's our honeymoon, remember?
I know, but I'm afraid she'll do something terrible if I force her to cancel her bookings.
Yeah, that's true, but...
I understand. Let's plan another honeymoon.
Really?
Yeah, I promise. We can venture to go abroad, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Finally, we're leaving tomorrow, right, Lily?
Yes.
It's been a long time since I've been to New York. I'm so excited.
Susan, don't forget it's our honeymoon.
I know. You're being so stubborn and condescending. I'm in a good mood and you're ruining it.
Because just Sam and I were supposed to go together.
I understand. If you insist, I'll go my own way. I won't be in your care.
What? I didn't mean it like that. I was just being honest.
You don't have to make excuses. You think I'm a third wheel for you two, don't you?
I don't think you are a third wheel for us, so don't worry about it.
I know exactly how you feel. I'll go my separate way when I get there.
But Susan, we've planned a sightseeing course for you. We've made reservations for you to eat, etc. I'm sorry I was being rude. Please forgive me.
It's okay. I'm just a third wheel for you two anyway. Besides, I just wanted to enjoy some shopping. I won't bother you guys. I'll enjoy it fully, so leave me alone.
If you insist that much, I understand. Susan, please pick up the phone. Where are you? Susan, we have to check out soon. Where did you go?
Oh, Lily?
Susan, where are you? We were looking for you. Please leave the room, we are ready. Or are you somewhere else?
I've already left the room.
Huh? Then where are you? We've been looking all over the hotel for you.
I'm almost home.
Huh? Home? What do you mean?
I told you I'm almost home. I left a day earlier than you guys.
I'm a little confused. Why did you leave a day earlier? If that's the case, why didn't you tell us first?
Because I'm in the way, so it doesn't matter, right?
That's not true. You were traveling with us. You should have told us about your plans. That's too selfish. Anyway, we're leaving now. Please tell us more about it when we get back.
Oh, yes. I wonder if you guys will be able to come back. I'll tell you all about it when you get back safely.
What's that? Susan, I just got the bill. What is this all about? It was you, wasn't it?
That's a terrible thing to say. I love spending other people's money. By the way, do you have enough money to come home?
What?
Thanks to you, I got to enjoy my shopping spree. Yesterday, I got some money out of your wallets. I spent almost all of your money.
Huh? Are you saying that you did the shopping with our money?
Your money? We're family, so your money is my money.
What kind of nerve do you have? Even if we don't have money on us, we have credit cards. We can manage to get it home.
Oh my, I thought you were getting ready to leave.
We're working on it.
You know what? I took them home with me by accident.
What?
Your airline tickets and credit cards.
Huh? Then how are we going back?
That's why I asked you if you have any money left to go home.
You're lying. Susan, what a thing to do. Did you intend to do this from the beginning?
I guess so. I was just in the way and I was going to leave early.
Susan, how could you do this to us? Sam and I searched frantically. I really can't find them.
Right? I'm sorry. It's because I took them home by accident.
It's so obvious. There's no way it was an accident. Why would you take the trouble to do this? What were you thinking, Susan?
What was I thinking? It was an accident, so it can't be helped.
It's unacceptable. I've called 911.
What? Why did you do that?
Susan, don't you realize what you've done?
What?
What you did is a crime, okay?
You're overreacting. We are family, so it can't be a crime.
No, even if we're family, if you enter a room in a hotel without permission, you're trespassing. And since you stole our credit cards and airline tickets, it's considered theft.
Don't make such a big deal out of it. Are you trying to make me a criminal?
Because you were committing a crime. We can't leave here, can we? Anyway, talk to Sam. First of all, we called 911.
Wait a minute. I won't allow you to do that. Take back what you just said.
That's not how it works. Besides, I've already called 911. Now, if you'll excuse us, we have some formalities to attend to. Excuse me.
Lily, wait for me. Lily, answer the phone. Hey, what's going on? Answer the phone quickly.
What is it?
It's not a what is it? You didn't even answer the phone when I was worried about you.
What were you worried about?
Huh? Whether or not you guys are going to make it back.
We've been through a lot, but I think we're going to make it home.
How?
I called my parents, the police, the hotel, and the airline. Somehow, I was able to get my parents' credit card to settle the bill.
What? Why did you do all of those?
Because if we didn't do that, we wouldn't be able to go home. Susan, why did you do this?
It's because you treated me like a third wheel.
I didn't. Please stop acting like a child.
Thanks to you, I was on my own and I had a great trip.
Well, of course you did. You shopped as you pleased with other people's money. To begin with, this trip was our honeymoon.
You're so mean to your mother-in-law.
Who's being mean? Oh, that's right. I'm sure the police will be at your house soon. Please tell them honestly about your evil deeds.
Huh? What do you mean?
I told you. What you did was trespassing and theft. We've filed a thorough damage report. It was really hard to go through all the formalities.
No way.
If you steal someone's things, it's theft, right? Susan, you didn't understand such a thing?
I was just playing a little prank. You can't even get a joke.
It wasn't like a joke. You caused troubles for many people. You will be punished accordingly.
You really are a cocky daughter-in-law.
I don't care what you say. Well then, we're off to the airport.
Sam? Hey Sam, give me a reply now. What the hell? Lily is doing something terrible. She's about to turn me in to the police. You do something about it. Huh? She's not trying to turn you in. I turned you in. I filed a damage report. Why did you do that? Why did you? Because you went the extra mile, didn't you? What you did is a crime, okay? There's no way someone could have stolen the credit cards and the plane tickets. So it was just a passing fancy. She was treating me like I was a third wheel. What's with a third wheel treatment? This trip was our honeymoon, remember? You forced us to come along on this trip, and now you're harassing her. What's with that tone of voice? That's terrible, Sam. We're family, aren't we? If you think we're family, why did you do this? What you were doing is a nuisance. A nuisance? Right. We couldn't board the plane because our tickets were stolen. Our credit cards were stolen too. We couldn't even buy tickets. We couldn't even pay the hotel bill. It's your fault, isn't it? My fault? It's nothing but that. I've had enough of your selfishness. I'm never going to see you again when I go back there. Hey Sam, what are you talking about? I'm your mother. If you were my mother, you wouldn't be bothering me anymore. I'm cutting you off. Oh no, Sam, don't say that. Hey Lily, you've done a terrible thing. Sam said he won't see me anymore. What are you going to do?
Isn't it natural? I don't want to see you anymore either.
What a heartless daughter-in-law you are. It's all your fault that things turned out this way.
Why is it my fault?
It's because you went on your honeymoon with Sam.
I don't understand what you're saying.
Anyway, you have to convince Sam. If you tell him, he'll reconsider.
I don't want to.
Why not?
I can't forgive you for doing this. Sam is furious too. He is determined to cut ties with you.
Oh no, I'll be all alone, won't I?
As it turns out, he didn't want you to be alone. Sam was trying to make sure you wouldn't be alone. You have done such a terrible thing.
I was just getting back at you, wasn't I?
Payback for what?
So, because you were mean to me?
Huh? I was never mean to you. In fact, I went on my honeymoon with you. It was you who ruined it.
I didn't mean to. Then just cancel the damage report.
That's impossible.
Why not?
Because you broke in and stole.
I didn't mean to do that. Why don't you understand?
I don't understand. Such an act that caused so much trouble to so many people. Anyway, please be honest with the police and tell them everything. We are leaving now.
Oh no, I don't know what to do. Oh, the police are here. They're banging on the door right now. Lily, what should I do?
Good. They've got the cooperation of the local police. You'll just tell them the truth so that the charges will be dropped as much as possible, Susan.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I'm telling you that I'm sorry. You tell the police that it was a mistake.
I can't do that. It's true.
Then they'll take me away.
You have no choice, Susan. The police are already there, so be prepared.
I don't want to. I don't want to go to the police. Why should I go to them?
I have to board the flight. Oh, and the police told us that we should consult a lawyer as well. We consulted with them and they said we could claim a compensation as well, so I guess we'll do that.
Lily, you can't do that. I'm sorry. I apologize. Please forgive me. Lily.
After that, My mother-in-law was brought in by the police for trespassing and theft. She was given a suspended sentence and did not go to jail. I don't know if this was good or bad. My parents were involved in this incident, and the story spread to all the relatives. My mother-in-law has become estranged from her relatives. Oh, and the compensation was paid. We found a new house as soon as we got home and moved in without telling my mother-in-law. We had reduced our belongings to a minimum, so the move went smoothly. I have to thank my mother-in-law for this. My mother-in-law may be looking for us right now, but I don't care. We are starting a peaceful and happy newlywed life together.
Hello, Nancy.
Yes, Alyssa?
Stop calling me by my name. I'm your mother. Just call me Mom.
You didn't let me call you Mom for so long. I can't call you Mom anymore.
That's okay. I didn't get a chance to talk to you at the funeral, so I thought I'd drop you a message.
So, what can I do for you?
You're cold. I don't have to have a reason to give you a message.
Huh?
It's been ages since I last saw you.
Yes.
How long have we not seen each other?
I moved away when I started college. It's been 10 years.
Has it been that long already? We met again at your dad's funeral, but why didn't you visit us for 10 years?
No one will be happy to see me.
That's not true. Rob and I both wanted to see you.
You don't have to say something you don't mean.
Well, that's a terrible thing to say. We're family.
Family? I've never thought of you guys as family.
What?
My father and I are related by blood, but you and Rob were not.
Why are you saying this? I took such good care of you.
Took good care of me? Since you remarried to Rob when I was in middle school, I've taken care of everything myself. In fact, I did all the cooking and cleaning for you because you didn't do any of the housework.
But we lived under the same roof for 5 years. And you have a cute little brother, RJ.
No. RJ doesn't think of me as a sister. He thinks of me as a handy servant.
That's not true.
RJ is not my brother, and you're not my mother either.
Why do you say such sad things? Your father must be sad in heaven.
I don't think he's sad. When we lived together, you never treated me as part of your family. I never thought of you guys as my family either. Rob was all about you and RJ. I was left out. You guys never took me on a family vacation.
Well, there's a budget,
Budget?
Because if I took you with me, it would cost a lot more.
Well,
Rob's salary wasn't very high, but I don't want to be stingy when it comes to family vacations. So I decided to leave you home to stay at a nice hotel. That way, we could spend more on food too.
So you're saying I don't count as family?
That's not true. I always bought you souvenirs from our trips. You have been and always will be my family.
I don't know what you are saying, but
that's why I want you to pay me back every penny I've ever spent on you.
Huh?
The living expenses I've spent on you, food, clothes, and the house's electricity, gas, and water bills, and everything else. It's about $300,000 in total.
Alisa, you should go see your doctor.
What do you mean?
I just thought you were crazy.
What's wrong with me?
For you to call me family and ask me for money like that, I can't help but think you're sick.
I beg your pardon? Then let me tell you something. You're not a part of my family, but I've been taking care of you.
I will charge you for every penny you've ever cost me. Everything. Well, you are a housewife, so I don't think you spent a penny on me. What are you talking about? I supported my husband as a housewife. That means it's also my money. Is that so? That's how it is. You didn't even do the housework. That's rude. I did a lot of things you didn't know about. Like what? Shut up. Don't get me started on all the details. Okay. Anyway, your dad told me I could charge you for all the money I've spent. My dad? That's right. He even wrote me a will. Does he even have a will? I raised his daughter. He must have wanted to repay me for raising a stepdaughter. I was devastated when he passed away, but I was moved to know that he was thinking of me. Is that will a real one? I don't think my father would let his daughter pay for it. Of course it's real. It has his signature. What? Yes, it's your dad's wish to charge you money. I'll make sure you pay me back. I see. So, after ruining my father's life, you're trying to rip me off. I'm not ripping you off. I'm just claiming my right. You sound like a parasite. I'm not a parasite. You're the kind of girl who irritates people, aren't you? It must be hard to pay $300,000 all at once. You can pay me $3,000 a month. I won't pay for it. You have to pay. I told you I have your dad's will. You're the one who raised the tuition and got through college. You can easily afford $3,000 a month, right? It's impossible. You're working for a well-known company now, aren't you? I didn't get this job for you. What are you talking about? I sent you to a good school so you wouldn't have to worry about money in the future. That's why you're here now. I want you to be grateful. You say it's a good school. Unlike RJ, I didn't have a private tutor. I entered a public school on my own. My relatives paid for my high school entrance fees. I went to college on a scholarship. I don't have anything to thank you for. You're always saying things that make me angry. Don't talk to your mother like that. Mother, didn't you just call me a stranger? I meant you are a stranger, but I took care of you. You didn't take care of me. Shut up already. Anyway, I'll send you a copy of your dad's will. You'd better read it carefully. Nancy, I sent you a letter by express mail. Did you get it already? A letter? Yes, a letter of commitment and an invoice. Oh, I got something that looks like that. I've written down the payment address on the invoice. Make sure you transfer the money there every month. I told you no. Are you still saying that? That's enough. You're the one who needs to stop. Do you really enjoy taking money from people so much? What a big mouth. You're just like your mother. Is that so? I've been told I look like her. You also have a mean personality just like her. It pisses me off just thinking about it. That woman who took my money. You were having an affair with my father. I was serious. My father and you were both married at the time, so cheating is cheating. But she didn't have to charge me alimony. You knew my father was married and you went out with him. You should pay alimony. I don't think so. I can only assume that she was asking for money because she was angry that I had taken her husband. Your mother wasn't attractive as a woman. No wonder he left her. Well, but my dad paid the alimony you should have paid, remember? He even made my father pay the alimony your ex-husband demanded. So what? You didn't get punished for anything. You're running away from your responsibility. You can say whatever you want. I'll make you pay. I said I won't pay. Are you still trying to get away? I'm letting you pay monthly. There's no reason for me to pay you. If you don't pay me in time, I'll go to court and ask you to pay me in one lump sum. Whatever you want. Oh, really? Well, okay. By the way, you live in a very large apartment, right? Well, I have 4 rooms, so I guess it's a bit on the large side. So what? I'm moving into your apartment. Please empty a room for me. Huh? What are you saying now? Why should I let a parasite in my house? You're so obnoxious, aren't you? It's hard to pay the rent now that my husband is gone. Even though there's going to be an inheritance, it's not going to be much. I'm a stay-at-home mom with no income, and RJ hasn't found a job yet. You mean I'm supposed to take care of you guys? That's what I'm saying. Don't you think it's too much? You're just a stranger, but you must take care of me. I'm not going to pay you a penny. Oh, yeah, RJ is moving in with us. What? Make sure you leave room for RJ. You've been talking nonsense for a while now. I have no intention of supporting you guys. I don't care what you want. You can't run away forever. Huh? That's right. I have an idea. Will you hire RJ at the company you work for? Huh? RJ is graduating from college soon, but has not received any job offers. You are RJ's sister, after all. It would help if you used your connections to get RJ in. Our company is not hiring new graduates at the moment. I don't think it's possible to bring RJ in. If it's a profitable company, it wouldn't be a big deal to add 1 more employee. If that's not possible, you should quit and they should hire RJ instead. Are you aware that you're talking nonsense? Not at all. I'm just saying the right thing as a mother who cares about her son. We can't hire RJ at our company. Why not? I mean, no company would want to hire him. What do you mean? Can he read and write well? Yes, he can. How about addition and subtraction? Do you think he is an idiot? I've never seen RJ studying. I'm seriously worried about him. He grew up spoiled by parents who weren't very smart. He needs to be more independent and cooperative. Getting a job is difficult when he's lived a life of selfishness. You've got to be kidding me. I'm not. Whatever you say, our company won't hire him anyway. How do you know that? You're not in HR. It's up to the president to decide whether or not he'll hire you. You really don't know anything about life, do you? What? You don't know who the CEO is? I don't care. I am. Well, don't lie. You're still in your 20s. We're a brand new company. You founded the company? My mother founded the company and I took over as CEO last year. Huh. If RJ is really capable, I might hire him if he's really talented and valuable. That's not 100% likely to happen. Wait a minute. Why did that woman create a company? She was just a housewife, wasn't she? She became a housewife after marrying my father. My mother was always hardworking. My father wanted her to stay home and support him, so she reluctantly quit her job. That's right. While my father kept her at home, he went out and got himself a woman. It's appalling, I know, but it was probably a good thing that she divorced him. Thanks to that, she was able to go back to work. She even started her own business. Okay. I was working for another company until my mother started her own business. My mother asked me to help her with the business, so I moved to her company. I had a lot of difficulties in the beginning, but now we have good employees and our business is growing steadily. Thanks to her, I'm making a good living.
That's not fair. She swindled me out of alimony, and on top of that, she's making money?
Well, my father paid the alimony, didn't he? Oh yeah, my mother remarried and has a younger husband now.
What?
Her husband also runs his own business. His earnings alone are enough to live on, so my mother gave her company.
That's so unfair. She made a profit from the company and is happy? I'm having such a hard time making money. That's not fair.
Unfair? My mother worked hard and found happiness on her own. And she's the one who paid for my high school tuition. You, who only think about being a parasite on others, you have no right to criticize my mother.
Then what about you? Pay $5,000 a month and support us.
I don't want to. Don't just add $2,000.
You're a CEO. You have plenty of money, don't you? You can easily pay us $5,000.
I'm not going to pay you a single penny. Why don't you let your son, your pride and joy, earn the money?
RJ hasn't found a job yet.
Can't you at least get a part-time job?
I don't want him to. I want him to work for a real company. I want him to work as a full-time employee.
Oh.
And the salary should be at least $10,000 a month.
I see. You have no idea what life is, don't you?
Huh?
You don't see reality at all. It's 200% impossible for RJ to become a full-time employee.
Shut up. Shut up.
Stop expecting your useless son to do anything. Start working. Ah, I see. You are even more useless. I wonder if anyone will hire you.
How far are you going to go to make fun of us?
I'm not making fun of you guys. In fact, I respect you. I respect your recklessness in getting people to hire your stupid son.
It really pisses me off, but I'll tell you something. I'm not going to work. I still have your father's will. I'm going to squeeze every last dime out of you until you die.
Well, that will? It's handwritten, right?
Yes, it is.
It's not my father's handwriting.
What?
You wrote this, didn't you?
What are you talking about?
If it's forged, you're in big trouble.
It's not a forgery. Your father wrote it.
That's funny.
What do you mean?
His handwriting is unnaturally good.
What? Your father wrote it. Don't accuse me.
My father's handwriting has always been terrible. As bad as a small child's, or worse. He can't write like this.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. He said he is very good at handwriting.
That's a lie.
Huh?
His handwriting is so bad, he was just kidding.
What?
He knew no one would believe him anyway. Have you ever seen my father's handwriting?
Come to think of it, maybe not.
My father never liked his handwriting. He rarely wrote in front of the family.
I see.
So you took him seriously and wrote his will with a good handwriting, didn't you?
No, I didn't. He indeed wrote this will. It's a document that will remain after his death. I'm sure he used all his strength to write it beautifully.
But something is not right.
What do you mean?
Why don't you take another look?
Huh?
His name is spelled wrong.
No
matter how bad his handwriting was, I'm sure you wouldn't make a mistake with his name. So someone else must have signed this.
No.
My father must be disappointed in heaven right now. You've been with him for 15 years, and all you saw him as was an ATM.
An ATM? I loved him so much.
You didn't even remember his name properly. You weren't interested in my father himself.
Maybe he just got his name wrong because he was sick and weak.
No matter how weak he was, there's no way he could have gotten it wrong.
Ugh.
Then, with this, his will, and these messages you've been sending me, I'll go to the police now.
Wait a minute.
Nope.
I'm sorry. I won't demand any more money from you. I apologize. See? Like this.
Don't send me a stupid emoji. Besides, it's too late for you to apologize.
What?
I already filed a report.
Oh no. Then I'll come over right away. I want to apologize in person, please. Forgive me.
No, please don't come.
But I want to apologize.
I'm not going to forgive you even if you apologize. If you come, I'll call the police.
Please, don't make it a big deal. We're family, right?
No, we are strangers. We're less than strangers. Well then...
Wait. Nancy? Please, forgive me.
My stepmother was arrested. In addition to the forgery of documents, she tried to take money from me. She was also found guilty of trying to break into the house. After being fined, Alyssa's savings were wiped out. Alyssa and her son RJ now work part-time and somehow managing to survive. On the other hand, I'm running the company I inherited from my mother. My mother and her husband are doing well. They are now on a cruise. I hope that one day I will find a wonderful partner like my mother did and find my own happiness.
Emmy, tomorrow's the day we get married, right?
Yeah, we finally became a married couple.
I'm kind of nervous even though we're just getting a marriage license.
Same.
You're spending a night in your parents' house tonight, right?
Yeah, would you pick me up from here tomorrow? Even though you've never been here. Do you know the address?
I know, so I'll be fine. I'm also going to use Google Maps, so I should pick you up at 9 a.m. tomorrow, right?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Okay. I'm going to meet your parents there then. That makes me even more nervous.
Don't worry, you've already met them at the wedding. My mom and dad both seem to like you. I'm looking forward to seeing you again tomorrow.
I hope so. Your parents seemed so formal. I hope they won't say, "You can't be with my daughter."
Don't worry, my parents aren't that strict. Just be normal.
I'll try. Emmy, let's get married and live a happy life together.
Yes, I'm happy to be married to you.
Okay, I'll pick you up tomorrow.
I know it's early, but don't oversleep.
I won't. You too, Emmy.
James, what's wrong with you? Did I do something wrong? James, are you okay? Did you get sick on the way?
You've been annoying since a while ago. I told you I'm fine.
How can it be that you're fine? We were supposed to get a marriage license today, but as soon as you came to my parents' house, you said, "I'm not going to do it today." You didn't even come up to our house. My parents were worried. You're really sick, aren't you? Do you want me to buy you something? If there's anything you want, don't hesitate to ask.
You don't have to do that.
Why not?
I don't feel sick or anything. Don't worry about it.
But you're acting weird. Last night you were excited to officially get married, but now you decide not to do it out of nowhere. You must have a reason. If you have something on your mind, just tell me.
Let me ask you something. Is that your parents' house?
What? Yes, but what about it?
They lived in that house.
What? What do you mean?
I thought you were like a princess. The way you look, the way you talk, you're elegant. The things you wear look so expensive. I thought you must come from a decent family.
What are you trying to say? I didn't know you were that kind of person.
I guess I was wrong about everything.
Huh? What do you mean?
You've been lying to me all this time. You never told me your parents lived in a house like that.
I don't know why I need to. We never talked about our parents' houses.
I didn't think it was necessary. Because you look like that, I was sure that you grew up in a decent family. Didn't I tell you before? My family isn't wealthy, but I worked hard, graduated from a good university, and got a job at a major corporation. So basically, I'm an elite. So my partner should be on the same level as me.
I'm sorry. I don't understand what you're trying to say. Can you explain briefly?
I'm saying I was disappointed when I saw your house.
Huh?
I thought you'd be a good match for me, but I'm very disappointed. I didn't know you grew up in a shabby house. It looks like something out of an old tale. It's like over 100 years old. I'd say it's a marriage fraud.
Marriage fraud? You're going too far. It's an old house, but we've taken good care of it.
Even if it was taken care of, it's still a shabby house. Well, you should consider yourself lucky to be with me. You got to be with an elite man like me. It must have been like a dream come true for you.
What do you mean? Are you saying you only went out with me for money?
It wasn't like that, but it is too extreme. That house tells your standard of living. You're definitely not compatible with me.
What do you mean by that? We're getting married because we love each other, right? When you proposed to me, you said you loved me. Was it fake?
Of course I loved you then, but now I don't love you anymore, because of that house. I cannot even believe your parents live there. The area around their house is a countryside full of fields. If I were your parents, I'd get sick only for a day.
I didn't know you were that rude.
I'm just telling the truth. I can't do this.
If you say so. Your parents must have a really nice mansion, huh?
Huh?
Because you look down on someone's parents' house. What does your parents' house look like? Is it like a mansion in the central city?
My house is average, but at least it's so much better than your parents' house, though. What do you think I am? Do you think I'm a poor man who only can get a wife who grew up in a shabby house?
I never said like that. You judge me only by the appearance of my parents' house. I don't know why you overreact so much about it.
Of course, it's my future wife's parents' house.
But you didn't even see inside.
I could imagine it easily when I looked outside of it. Then I thought I couldn't be with you anymore.
What the heck? You mean you want to break up with me?
Well, I think so.
We were about to get the marriage license. Don't you think it's so rude?
I mean, I can't change my mind, so I can't do anything about it. It's your fault because you didn't tell me.
So you mean we break up just because of a shabby house?
I didn't say it like that. Anyways, it's over. I won't see you anymore. That's fine, right?
If you say so, then I guess I have no choice.
Even though you're used to living in that house, I can't believe you had thought you could marry me. How positive are you?
That's enough. I can't do it anymore either.
Your parents' shabby house is no match for me.
You know what? Can't you just say it clearly? You wanted to marry me because I'm rich. But my house was shabby, so you assumed that I'm not rich. And now you want to break up with me. That's what you're saying, right?
Exactly. If you're not rich, no marriage.
You showed your true colors.
Yeah, I'll tell you everything at this point. I worked hard, got a great education and work experience. All I had to do was marry a rich woman and I could have been perfect. The shabby house doesn't match with me.
I see, but that's just another house.
What? What do you mean by another house?
My parents' actual house is in New York, where they usually live. It's a 3 floors imported house. It's in the middle of the city and very convenient.
3 floors? 3 floors? In the middle of the city?
Yeah, I grew up there until high school.
Well, if you have such a nice house, why do you need to live in a shabby house in the countryside?
My dad says when you live in the city, sometimes you just want to be in a quiet place. On his days off, he comes to the other house to work in the fields and refresh himself.
No way. He bought a shabby house just to refresh himself?
That's the house my dad used to live in for a while. The house is so old that it could be demolished, but it was my grandpa's house and it's important to him. We decided to take good care of it and keep it for a while longer. He left right away yesterday, so I couldn't show you inside. All the bathrooms and toilets have been remodeled and are up to date. All the rooms have air conditioners and are really comfortable.
So that means your parents aren't poor?
Yeah, they are building an apartment in New York.
What? Wait. They're building an apartment in addition to the 3 floors house they already have?
Yeah. But why?
What are your parents doing?
Real estate investors, I guess we'd call them.
What? That's not what we were talking about. I just remember when we met, you told me your dad was just a businessman, so you lied.
You can invest in real estate while working at the office.
Seriously, why didn't you tell me earlier?
Why? Because my dad is working at the office and I don't need to tell you about my dad's side business.
But...
So when the apartment we're building now is finished, he want to give me a room in the apartment as a wedding gift as well. My dad said if you and I are okay with it, we could both live there. But I don't care anymore, because we're not getting married.
No, wait. Don't be hasty.
What?
I was just testing you.
Huh?
I wanted to test how much you love me.
What do you mean?
I was wondering how you'd react if I said I was breaking up with you. I was just testing you.
Huh?
But now I understand we are truly destined to be together.
I don't get it. I mean, you don't want to marry me, right? You said I'm not good enough for you because I'm poor. You just said it.
I actually said too much. And also, I didn't know the house was your second house. I actually like the old vibe.
You're so obvious.
We're destined to be together after all. It was a good opportunity for me to know that you love me that much. I'm really relieved.
When did I say that? I thought we agreed to break up.
You were even thinking about the place to live together, right? And it's an apartment in New York. You were exactly the woman I had expected. I love you now more than ever.
You love me? What an obvious lie. Just because you found out my parents are rich, take responsibility for what you said.
What are you talking about? That can't be true. I always love you, Emmy.
No, you told me that we're not getting married, right? I don't love you anymore, so the engagement is officially off.
No way. You're joking, right? I know you still love me. I'm going to pick you up now, so let's get a marriage license.
No, I can't.
I'm sorry, I was rude to your parents today. If you can't make it today, can we try again next week?
No, I can't.
If we can't do it next week, we can do it the week after that.
Even if you ask me again and again, I will never change my mind. I mean, my parents were also disappointed. You said mean stuff to our house. And you started to say not to get married. They were disappointed that I was dating that kind of man.
What? Did you tell them about the broken engagement?
Yeah, I did, because I'm still at home. The house that you said is shabby.
Why did you tell them? Didn't you think it might make my impression worse?
I mean, it's already so bad.
What? Why?
Read what's up that you sent again. What do you mean you broke off the engagement because of the shabby house? He also said I would match with you. I don't know how great you think you are, but actual elite people would never say things like that.
Wait, I'm sorry. Are you really mad at me?
I'm not angry, I'm disgusted. But it's okay, it's none of my business anymore. I'm not going to see you anymore, it doesn't matter.
Why are you saying that? I thought we're getting married because we love each other. I didn't know your parents well enough to get it wrong. But now that the misunderstanding's been cleared up, we're going to be together.
Together? Let me ask you this. What would you do if you're going to live in that shabby house with me? No matter how beautiful it is on the inside, I don't think you can handle that if you're a pretentious person. You can't live together with me, can you?
That's not the point. I mean, that's not going to happen. You're building an apartment in New York, right?
See? I knew it. You don't want me. You just want the apartment. I don't want that kind of gold digger.
That's not true. I really love you.
Give up on marriage with me. Find a new rich woman.
It was a joke that I said I wanted to marry a rich woman. Please, you have to trust me.
How can I trust you?
If you have such a strong will, I have an idea.
What?
I'm coming to you right now.
What? What are you talking about?
I'm going to get your parents to approve our marriage, and then we'll go to get the marriage license. Is that okay?
No, you can't do that. My parents are gonna say the same thing. I can't do it in the first place. I can't look at you that way anymore.
Why not? We were engaged just now, so why are you being so cold?
You broke off the engagement yourself. What are you talking about?
I didn't mean it like that. I was just trying to confirm your love.
Don't tell such an obvious lie. It's too much to ask.
I'm not lying. I'm going to prove it now.
Prove what?
How much I love you.
No, I'm scared of you now. You don't have to prove it to me. It's already been proven that you're just after the money.
No, it's a misunderstanding. You misunderstood me. If your parents could talk to me, they'll understand how much I deserve you.
Don't do it, please. My parents will really kick you out this time. They know that you saw the appearance of their house and broke off the engagement, and that you approached me because I look rich. You reaffirmed that I was rich and turned your hand back to me. I already know everything. I can't do that because I'm talking to my parents while we are texting.
Oh, shoot. I love you so much. Why don't you understand?
Don't make me laugh. You just love my money, not me, right?
No, of course not. That's enough. Talking on WhatsApp isn't getting us anywhere. I'm going to your parents' house now, and even if I had to apologize sincerely, I'll do that. Marry me, Emmy.
Huh? You're annoying, so don't come here anymore.
I'm serious.
I won't let you in the house, even if you come.
I'll be there in an hour or so. Just wait for me.
I told you not to come over. I don't know if you regret it later.
Emmy. I'm in front of your house. Please, open the door. I know you're inside.
I called the police.
What? The police? Why?
I told you not to come. I said I'd never see you again and that I'd break up with you.
I know that's not what you really wanted. You really wanted me to come get you, right? Stop being so stubborn and come out.
You know what, James? Now that I know what you're really like, I've completely cooled off. I don't even like you anymore. I never want to see your face again. My parents also feel the same way.
But we can understand each other if we talk.
We don't need to talk anymore. I already know you're only after my money.
Darn. I'll break open the door.
Don't do that.
I can easily break the lock on this shabby house. Look at that. I got it open just now.
The police should be here soon.
What?
I told you I called the police.
Wait, please. Are you talking about the police car behind me?
They're here to arrest you.
Please stop. I didn't do anything to get arrested.
Are you nuts?
I just came to tell my fiancé how much I love her, and I'm sure the police would understand if I told them. I didn't do anything wrong.
Then go to the police. You can go and show them what a scumbag you are.
Emmy, of course you'll marry me, right?
Bye.
Emmy.
James was then surrounded by police officers. He said,
I didn't do anything. I just came to see my fiancé.
But since he had already broken down the door, he was taken away to the police station. Since then, he has continued to push me to get back together. Of course, I refused. Then he threatened to charge me a fee if I broke off the engagement. Of course, he had no such right, but a lawyer who is acquainted with my dad requested compensation for damage to the door. He was charged a bunch of money for that. It is not a good idea to try to marry for money. About 6 months after this incident, I started dating another man. Just the other day, he proposed to me. He has a dad who is a company owner, and like me, his family is wealthy. I am sure there will be no trouble like the one with James. He's an honest and humble person who does not boast about his wealth. I hope to be happy with him this time.
Sandra, where are you? I'm shopping and on my way home, Ebony. How may I help you?
What's for dinner tonight?
It's cold today, so I'm thinking of cooking beef stew.
Really? Beef stew?
Do you hate beef stew?
No, I love beef stew. But your beef stew is a little...
Excuse me, what do you mean by that?
You are completely unaware of what you're doing, aren't you? All of your dishes are tasteless, especially the beef stew. You're going to be stingy and use cheap beef anyway, aren't you?
I can't afford high-quality beef. It's domestic beef, so it's not cheap either.
It's hard for me to chew if you serve me a big chunk of beef.
You don't like chunks of beef? Why don't you just say so?
I'm not saying that I don't like chunks of beef. Any ingredient, any menu is fine. As long as they taste good, that's all that matters.
Ebony, I think you're being a little bit rude. I try my best to cook every day.
I'll try to praise you for cooking every day without slacking off, even if you're not very good at it. But even if it's for the family, it's food for people to eat. I'd like you to do a little more research.
I beg your pardon?
That's what I've been saying for a while now. Your cooking is tasteless.
But you are the only one who said that my cooking tastes bad.
Stop yammering on and on. Hurry home and start preparing dinner. I wonder why you always talk back to me.
Yes, I'm sorry. I'll hurry home.
Sandra, do you know where my favorite coat is? I can't find it in my closet.
If you're talking about that coat, I took it to the dry cleaning shop.
Huh?
Did you forget about that? You said you wanted me to send it out to the dry cleaning shop because it's your precious coat, right?
I did. So it's not finished yet?
Yes, I just brought it there 2 days ago.
Then it should have been finished by now, right?
No, I used the expensive course as you told me, so it takes a week. I told you that, didn't I?
That's not what I asked. What am I supposed to do now? I'm about to have lunch with a friend.
I don't know.
I don't have a coat to wear because of you.
Is it my fault?
Yes, it's your fault. You should have taken care of my coat earlier.
But you said it wasn't necessary.
Here we go. Another excuse. I'm tired of hearing your excuses.
What you say is outrageous.
Enough. If I don't have a coat, I won't have lunch today.
Ebony, you still have other coats to wear. Why don't you wear a different coat today?
I wanted to go out wearing that coat. I'll tell my friends I can't go because of you.
Oh no.
Why are you so inconsiderate? I hate you so much.
Jeez.
Sandra, where are you? You don't seem to be in the yard. Are you out?
Oh, Ebony, I just saw your message.
Where have you been?
Huh? You wanted to eat cake, so I went to the store to buy some.
Huh? You're still at the cake shop?
Yes, you just asked me to go there about 8 minutes ago.
You're such a bad wife. How much time do you have to spend on each thing?
I don't care what you say. I just did what you told me to do.
You haven't even finished cleaning up after lunch in the kitchen. It's really pathetic that you still can't even do your chores.
That's because right after lunch, you said that you wanted to eat cake. I didn't mean to abandon my chores.
Is that another excuse? Sandra, you never admit your faults, do you?
What?
No matter what I say, you keep making excuses. I wonder if you don't have an honest heart.
That's a terrible thing to say. I'm trying my best to do what you told me to do. Why can't you understand me?
If you can't do what I told you, then I have an idea.
What is it? By the way, I never said that I can't do what you told me to do.
No matter how I've been waiting and how much I educated you, you're not capable to fulfill your duties as my son's wife. So you must divorce Edward.
Divorce? Wait a minute. Why are you talking about divorce all of a sudden?
It isn't all of a sudden. I've been educating you about how to be a good wife for a long time. It was you who didn't listen to me.
I know you don't think well of me, but I have no intention of leaving Edward.
Huh? You are such a shameless woman. More and more, I don't want you here. Get out of this house right now.
No matter how much you try, I won't give up on my marriage. I'm Edward's wife. I will not leave my husband no matter what.
How dare you say that out loud? You are not qualified to be my son's wife if you can't even bear a child. I'll do whatever it takes to get you out of this house.
Edward, are you done with work?
It's going to take a little longer. What's wrong?
I'm on my way back from the hospital.
How was it?
I'll tell you more about that when I see you. More importantly, your mother told me today that she wants us to get divorced.
Huh? We're about to start a new family. What on earth is she thinking?
Your mother doesn't seem to like me in any way. Today, she told me I'm not qualified to be her wife if I can't even have children.
She said that?
Yeah, but she was right, so I couldn't fight back.
Mom's bullying is escalating day by day, isn't it? I'm taking it very seriously.
It's just...
What if something happens to you because of her? That would be irreversible.
That's true.
You're in a very important period right now, so let's take this opportunity to leave the house. I'll cut ties with my mom, who doesn't understand no matter how many times I tell her.
Edward, are you sure you want to do that?
I'm worried about you, Sandra. I can't leave you at home with Mom. I'll talk to Mom. You should take your stuff and go back to your parents' house.
Okay. Thank you, Edward.
Sandra, pick up the phone.
Ebony, what is it?
I heard from Edward. He said you guys are moving out. He even declared that he's cutting ties with me.
That's correct. We decided to do that after having a serious discussion.
And I heard you were pregnant. Why didn't you tell me about that?
It's not that I didn't want to tell you. It's just that I didn't have a chance to tell you.
Huh? What do you mean? We're living in the same house and you're telling me that you never had a chance to tell me?
You were always angry with me. I wondered what it would be like to tell you about me being pregnant in that kind of situation. I was looking for the right timing, but I couldn't find it. And then this happened.
What did you do to tip off Edward?
I didn't do anything wrong.
Don't lie to me. Edward told me not to contact you anymore. How could he say that if it wasn't because of you telling him nasty things? Edward is my only son. Are you trying to take him away from me?
No, I'm not trying to take him away. But neither I nor Edward want a divorce. Since you asked for a divorce, I have no choice but to leave.
Edward said he couldn't live with me if I hurt you. He said that I, as his mother, have failed him. That's why he said he's going to cut me off. How can this be allowed?
Gosh.
He said that he can't live with a mother who would do such a terrible thing to his wife. I never thought my son would say such horrible things to me. It's all your fault.
No way. I didn't do anything nasty, but I'm not thinking of divorcing Edward.
I won't say anything bad, so come home. Especially if you are pregnant. It's only natural for me to hold my grandchildren, isn't it?
That's true, but I can't go back if you keep bullying me. It might have a bad influence on my child. That's what I've decided after discussing with Edward.
Who the hell do you think you are? Me being a bad influence on your child? What a terrible wife.
I will raise the child together with Edward. We will raise our child peacefully, so please don't worry about us. I don't think I'll ever see you again.
Huh? You think you can do this to me? Don't think you can get away with it. I'm going to find you for sure.
Edward, I have something on my mind.
What's up?
Lately, I feel like someone's been watching me.
Do you have any idea who this person is?
I don't know about that. It's not like I've actually seen the person, but I always feel like someone's looking at me. I'm scared.
That's creepy. There's been some reports of prowlers around, so we should be careful.
Yeah.
Since we need to worry about our child too, make sure all the windows and doors are locked.
Yeah, I know. It's not like anything happened, but it just bothered me, so I thought I'd drop you a message. I'm sorry to bother you at work.
Never mind. If you hear anything unusual, call me right away. Promise me that you'll do that, Sandra.
You have my word. Thanks, Edward.
Long time no see. It's me.
Who is it?
A year goes by and you still look the same, don't you? I finally found the place where I belong.
Ebony?
That's right. Your poor mother-in-law who was deprived of her son and grandson.
Why are you texting me?
Why can't I text you? Am I not even allowed to pick up my son and grandson?
What do you mean?
Do you think I forgot my son and grandson? How is that possible? I've been through a lot of difficulties the whole year. It's all because of you.
It's not my fault.
You won't get away with this. Give me back my son and grandson now.
What?
I'm talking about my son and grandson. There's no reason not to get them back. That's why I spent so many days spying on you guys.
So that's why the whole time I felt like someone was watching over me. Was it you?
Oh, I guess so. I was careful while doing that. But did you notice me?
I kind of had a feeling that someone was watching us.
In order to get my son and grandson back, I've been doing a lot of research.
I never thought you'd do that.
You can't expect me to stay like this forever. How dare you take my son and grandson away from me? How dare you reply to my message without feeling guilty at all?
Let me make this clear.
What?
I have no intention of ruining the happy life we have now. We have already insulated ourselves from you. We will never ever go back to your house again.
What kind of a joke are you telling me?
What?
Who told you to come back? All I want is my son and grandson back. I don't need you.
Ebony, you've gone too far. I told you a year ago that I would never leave Edward, don't you remember?
Is that so? I don't remember that since it was a long time ago.
Then I'll say it again. I will never divorce Edward.
While you've been yammering on and on, I'm taking action.
What did you say? What are you doing?
Your room is on the first floor, right? I've checked that too. I just went around to the balcony side.
What are you going to do?
It's obvious. I'm taking my grandson home. I've dreamed of this day all the time. I'll do whatever it takes to bring him home today.
Are you insane? Taking away a child is kidnapping. You'll become a criminal.
Stop talking nonsense. That child is my grandchild. What's wrong with taking my grandson back to my house?
We won't approve of that.
Even if you don't approve, my grandson and I are blood related. You have no right to complain. It's not a crime.
Oh no.
What do you mean by calling me a criminal in the first place? I can't believe you just said that. But while you were moping, I've climbed over the balcony.
Wait a minute. Please don't do this. I just can't give you my child.
I'm bringing home my long-awaited grandchild, so be prepared. Hey, Sandra, what's this all about?
What do you mean?
As soon as I entered the room, I was seized by a man I don't know. Who is this guy?
Could it be...
What?
Are you sure you're in the right room?
Huh?
Which room did you enter?
Room 103.
Ours is 102. Room 103 is occupied by another family.
Huh? Did I get the wrong room?
I think you were trespassing.
I'm not trespassing. I didn't do anything wrong.
You went into room 103, didn't you?
Yes, but it was a mistake.
It's still trespassing, even if it was a mistake. The police will be here shortly.
What? What do you mean, the police?
Actually, I've always felt someone was watching me. I've been consulting with Edward about it.
Why the police?
I just saw you walking around in front of our apartment. That's why. I decided to contact Edward quickly.
And then?
Well, he said that since it was you would definitely come to the apartment. So he called the police and told them there's someone suspicious and that he wants them to go look around.
A suspicious person? Me? How rude! I'm Edward's mother.
But I'm sure that's what he said. I think Edward was just trying to protect his child.
Protecting? What do you mean? I'm just taking him home. It's not right to say protect when all I wanted to do was bring my grandchild to my house.
When Edward left your house, didn't he say that he was going to cut ties with you?
Huh? I don't know about that.
You don't remember? It seems that you are already a stranger to him.
So that's why he called the police? How ridiculous. All he has to do is just tell the police about what happened.
I don't think so.
Why not?
Because you went into room 103. If you entered a stranger's room, that's clearly trespassing.
What? Is that so?
That's right. Surely my neighbor must be furious with that.
Come to think of it, they've been staring me right in the eye ever since I left. They say they're going to take my phone away too. Oh no, what am I supposed to do? Sandra, come and help me.
I refuse. Because when I left your house, I decided to insulate myself from you too. We're strangers now.
Why do you say such cold things? I'm your mother-in-law, so help me.
Isn't it strange for me to protect a stranger?
Oh no, are you trying to turn me into a criminal?
I guess it depends on what happens in room 103. The police will definitely come there. You will need to explain the situation in detail.
What do you want me to tell them?
Something like, you came here to take your son and grandson from me, but you got the wrong room. You have to be honest with the police.
I don't want to. There's no way I can say something so embarrassing.
Then, the only way is to get arrested.
No kidding. You're my daughter-in-law, so help me.
I'm not your daughter-in-law anymore. I'm just a resident living next door to the victim's house. I think it would be a good idea for you to take the time to reflect on what you have done.
Don't think of my problem as someone else's problem. You'll pay for this.
I will never see you again, so don't worry about that.
Wait a minute. Are you sure you won't help me? Am I really going to be taken to the police?
Probably.
I can't believe this is really happening.
After that, Ebony panicked and kept shouting incoherent things to the police officers who arrived on the scene. Naturally, she was taken to the police station. The resident of room 103 was a nice person, so we settled the case in peace. Ebony had broken a window and entered the room. In doing so, she also broke some expensive decorative objects, so she was charged a settlement of about $10,000. I guess she should be happy that she got away with it. Me and my husband are relieved that our child was not harmed in any way. However, we can't live in the same place now since Ebony has found out about our apartment. After consulting with Edward, we decided to change jobs and move to another city. It was a difficult decision, but we had no choice since we want to protect our child. Now, our family of 3 is living a peaceful and tranquil life together. I will try my best to live a steady life so that this happiness will last forever.
Michelle, can I talk to you right now?
Ax? How did you find out my number?
I asked my acquaintance to tell me by all means. Did I bother you?
No, it's not like that. How can I help you?
No, I just couldn't forget about you.
What?
You are the woman of my dreams.
Is that so?
Of course. When I met you for the first time, I was so impressed.
Really?
I wonder what it is. The atmosphere you have, your kind personality, your elegant clothes. Everything about you is to my liking.
I'm glad to hear you say so, but please stop teasing me.
I'm not teasing you. I'm very serious. Do you believe me?
I've never had anyone say such a nice thing to me before, so I thought you were making fun of me.
No, I'm not. You must have been raised by wonderful parents.
Yes, that's right. I can't speak for myself, but I have great respect for my parents. My father is a successful businessman.
A successful businessman. I knew it. I'm sure he works for a great company. He must have made a good living. That's why you have grown up to be a wonderful woman.
I don't think so. I'm not as good as my father.
You are also very modest. Anyway, I don't know if this is a good time to text you, but will you go out with me?
What?
I'm sorry to be so rude. Actually, I saw you with your friend and I've already been curious about you.
Are you sure that I'm the right person for you? I'm not a good talker and I'm quite shy.
I don't mind that at all. I think you are a very attractive woman, Michelle.
I see. Actually, I've been interested in you for a long time too. Please go out with me if you don't mind. Ax, can I talk to you now?
Yeah, I'm having lunch right now so I can talk to you.
It's finally the weekend. I'm getting kind of nervous.
Why? I'm meeting your parents, so I'm the one who's nervous.
That's true. I can't believe 6 months have already passed. Time flies. I never thought I'd marry you.
Me neither. You never know where fate is lurking.
If we hadn't met at that drinking party, we wouldn't have known each other. It's a miracle. I've never introduced a guy to my parents before.
You're kidding, right?
I'm serious. Before I met you, I had no interest in men. I never thought I could get married.
You were popular among guys, weren't you?
That's not true. You know I'm not a good talker, right? And I'm shy more than anyone else. No man has ever come close to me. I'm really grateful to you for choosing me.
Seriously? You're bright and kind. I think you have a great sense of style too.
You can't get anything out of me by praising me, Ax.
I didn't mean it like that. You are well dressed, but you're not overbearing. You're always modest and stand up for me.
Do you think so?
Yes. You are the best fiancé I've ever had. You casually wear a luxury watch, but without any pretense.
I never thought you would say that.
What do you mean? I love everything about you.
Thank you. I'm glad that you care about me.
Isn't it obvious? If I didn't care about you, I wouldn't even consider marrying you. Don't you have the same feelings too?
I have the same feelings and I care about you. It's just, I think you are too good to be true for me.
I see. Glad to hear that we have the same feelings. We are destined to be together. I'm unabashedly going to get you, Michelle.
Yeah, I'll be there. I'll see you this weekend. We'll be the happiest couple of all.
Of course. Michelle? Is this dingy apartment your house? Did I get the address wrong?
No, it's the correct address. I'm watching you from the balcony. Come up by using the elevator.
Okay.
What's wrong? You seem a little upset.
No, I'm just...
Oh, did you get sick because you're nervous? You don't need to get nervous. My parents are very friendly and welcoming, so don't worry.
It's not like that, but...
What is it?
It's just... It's not what I imagined.
What do you mean by that?
Nothing. I'm going up anyway.
Yeah, I'll wait for you. Are you okay, Ax?
What are you talking about?
I mean, you've been acting weird all morning. You weren't talking like you usually do. What's wrong with you?
I'm fine. Don't worry about me.
I don't think so. You've been so cold in your replies. Can you just tell me what's bothering you?
Was that apartment really your house?
Yeah, why?
I thought your father was a successful businessman.
Yes, he is.
And yet you lived in that shabby old apartment?
Huh?
I can't believe that.
What do you mean?
I thought you were a rich young lady. I thought you lived in a luxurious mansion.
Ax, what are you talking about?
I decided to marry you because I thought you were rich. And yet, you live in that shabby apartment. You live in a dirty house.
Huh?
Besides, your parents are so dirty and poor looking. What kind of a businessman is your father? Stop kidding me. Are you trying to deceive me?
Ax, what the hell is wrong with you? I don't know what you're talking about.
Our engagement is off.
What do you mean? I really don't understand.
I was planning to be a gold digger, you know? I'm dreaming of a future where I get a rich wife and live comfortably on my parents-in-law's wealth. I thought you were the one since you're wearing luxurious brand products. Looks like I miscalculated.
Did you think I'm rich? Did you go out with me because you thought I was rich?
That's right. You were always wearing luxury brand goods, right? I had no doubt that you were a rich young lady.
You're lying, right?
If I'd known you were poor, I wouldn't have gone out with you. You lied to me.
I didn't lie to you. Ax, I thought you loved me. Didn't you propose to me because you love me?
Huh? Don't be silly. I'm not stupid enough to marry a talkative and annoying woman like you. I proposed to you because I had high hopes for your rich family. I didn't know they were so poor.
That's a terrible thing to say. I don't care if you want to talk badly about me, but stop talking badly about my parents.
I was disillusioned as soon as I saw that filthy apartment. My brilliant future was shattered in an instant. How are you going to take the responsibility for that?
Ax, did you really think that way? Is that why you were so rude with my parents?
Is that bad? I can be condescending to those dirty, poor parents of yours. I have dreams too. When you said that your father is a successful businessman, I thought he was a kind of rich-looking gentleman, but he was just a dirty old man.
Oh no, my father is not a dirty old man.
Anyway, leave me alone.
So, you're not marrying me anymore?
Of course not. That dirty apartment, your dirty and poor parents, everything goes against my dreams, you know.
I really loved you, Ax.
It's your business what you think of me. I realize that I don't need you to make my dreams come true. That's why I decided to break off the engagement.
This is just unbelievable. I didn't know you were that kind of person.
Michelle, pick up the phone.
What is it?
Why won't you pick up the phone?
Because you told me not to bother you anymore. Besides, I have nothing to do with you.
Don't say that. More importantly, I just looked at the web and I'm surprised. I heard that your father owns 5 companies. I was overwhelmed when I saw his name. I didn't recognize him at first because he was wearing a relaxed outfit the last time I saw him.
Really?
So, of course you'll marry me, right?
Huh? What are you talking about? Our marriage will never take place. You're the one who said that. I won't marry you because you broke off the engagement.
But you still love me, don't you? Then there's no problem. I want to marry you too. We can still start over anytime you want.
Stop being selfish. Now that I've seen what kind of person you really are, I can't even think about marrying you.
I don't care if the house is a little dirty. It doesn't matter if it's not a detached house too.
That house used to belong to my grandfather.
The whole building?
Yes, my grandfather used to live in one of the rooms. Since he died, it has been unoccupied. We're planning to rebuild soon.
What? Is that so? Why did you invite me to the apartment before it was rebuilt?
Because we were rebuilding our main house.
What house? Your parents' house? You mean they have a house in addition to the apartment?
Yes, I'm building a new one in Beverly Hills.
Huh? New construction in Beverly Hills? What does that mean?
It's a new house, but it's being rebuilt, so we're still living there. My parents were concerned because of the noise from the construction. They didn't want to be rude to you, so they said that we should go to my grandpa's house and talk about the marriage.
So that's how it was. You have a building you own, and you have another house in Beverly Hills, right?
Well, that's how it is now since my grandfather died. Anyway, it's none of your business. In general, what was that attitude you had toward my parents the other day? You made fun of them, calling them dirty and poor. My parents were furious too.
What? Did you tell them about the broken engagement?
Of course. They said they wouldn't let a man like that be my husband.
Michelle, why did you tell your parents about that? Were you trying to torture me? Take that back. I've been dating you in a very serious manner.
Huh? How dare you?
I'm serious about marrying you. That's why I'm going to go meet your parents. Because they own 5 companies, don't they?
Yes. My father is humble, but he's quite a jack of all trades. He's a man whose modesty has allowed him to expand his network and build successful businesses. I think he got that from my grandfather.
I see. They're my ideal people.
What? Don't be silly.
What do you mean?
Didn't you listen to me? My father and grandfather were humble men. None of them are arrogant like you. I don't want to hear about your life dream and so on.
What are you talking about? I'm destined to meet you and your father. We absolutely need to get married.
I'm speechless. I can't believe how selfish you can be. It's not me you want to marry, but you're just aiming for my father's company and fortune. I understand that perfectly. Who on earth do you think would marry someone like that?
Don't be so mean. It's your fault for hiding it from me in the first place, isn't it?
If you want to marry me because you love me, you won't care about my father's company or his fortune. I want to marry someone who loves me for who I am.
I told you that I love you, didn't I?
You're lying. The only thing you love is my father's company and property. Who would marry such a person?
Michelle, you're wrong.
When I get married, my father wants me and my husband to take care of one of his companies. So I'll find someone who's worthy of it.
Huh? Why did you keep such an important thing from me? If I had known, I would have taken better care of you.
I'm sick of you. I would never marry someone like you at all cost.
I may look like this, but I'm a successful businessman too. I think I'm the perfect man for your father's company. So please, reconsider marrying me. I'll definitely be a great company president.
Huh? President? You're not qualified to be the president. You can't be president if you judge people only by their looks. Well then, since you're no longer relevant, let's end our conversation here.
Wait a minute. Michelle, you got my message, right? Reply to me.
What do you want? I told you I don't have anything to do with you anymore. I don't have anything to say to you too.
I'm in love with you, Michelle. I told you to reconsider marrying me.
I refused, didn't I? You don't love me. You only love my father's company and his fortune. I'm well aware of your true intention.
No, you misunderstood me. I love everything about you. Why don't you understand?
What? You broke off our engagement and now you're talking like a fool? Do you know what you did to my family? Stay away from us at all costs.
Don't be so cold. Where do you think I am?
What?
Actually, I tracked down your father's mansion. This is amazing. I can't believe they built a house like this in Beverly Hills. He's a real company's president.
No way.
Yeah, I already went through the gate. The gate was left open after the construction vehicles got in. As if being pulled in, I just entered from the front door.
That's trespassing. You can't just walk onto someone's property like that.
I'm not a stranger. I'm your fiancé. We're getting married soon.
I told you that I'm not marrying you. We already broke off the engagement.
I love you. I'm going to get married, become a company president, and live in Beverly Hills. I'm going to be absolutely happy. My ideal life is right in front of me.
Do you think you can just be carefree like that? Don't you hear something?
Huh? What is it?
The sound of police sirens.
Yeah, you're right. This is such an upscale neighborhood. It's not surprising if there's an incident or two around here, right?
But it's getting closer to my house.
I think so. I wonder why.
Because you are trespassing.
Huh?
That's why I had to call the police.
Why would you do that? Cancel that right away. I mean, how did you know I was on the premises?
You're dreaming of being rich, but you don't even know that much?
What are you talking about?
We have several security cameras installed in our house. We knew you were coming to the property a long time ago. That's why I had to call the cops before you contacted me.
Huh? You're such a nasty woman. Why do you keep going off on tangents like that? Why do you keep interrupting my dreams?
I don't care about your dreams. I don't know if you're after money or property. You came to me for some stupid reason and you messed with my feelings. Do you think I'm going to allow you to have a dream that hurts people?
I don't think anything's wrong with me doing that. I'm willing to do whatever it takes to make my dreams come true.
I'm not a softie to go along with your stupid dreams. Besides, if I had married you without realizing your true intention, I would have lost everything. I guess I should thank you for showing me your true colors.
What did you say?
Anyway, you're going to get arrested by the police.
Why? I didn't do anything wrong. I'm just saying I want to marry you.
I can't believe everything I see in you. Don't ever show your face in front of me again. Even if you come to my house, I'll report you to the police again.
Oh no, what about my dreams?
I don't care. If you really want to make your dream come true, make it come true on your own.
No way. Don't you love me?
I think I fell in love with your illusion. You were a super scumbag in real life. We will never see each other again. Goodbye.
Michelle, please reconsider and help me make my dream come true.
After that, Axe tried to climb the wall and escape from the property. He was seized by the police officers who arrived at the scene, and he was taken to the police station. As he was escaping, he trampled on the flower beds in the garden and made a mess. I immediately consulted my father's lawyer and filed a claim for damages. I heard that he complained about why he should pay for the damages. The whole scene of him vandalizing the flower bed was recorded by security cameras. He couldn't get away with it, so he had to pay for the damage. It was very painful that Axe and I broke off our engagement. But I think it was a blessing in disguise that I learned about his true intention before the marriage. For the time being, I would like to cultivate my own discernment of men. And if I meet the right person, I will think about marriage again.
Thank you for watching. Please rate the video and subscribe to our channel. See you in the next video.